And I think about many people that we have a choice to make sure that it is not just about us scientists. This is for everyone, that their voices and presence matter. And if we can't go out of our way and make it easy for everyone, I don't think we will achieve what we need for the ocean decade.
I was hoping to find a place where we are linking both intergenerational capacities in a place where we can mentor each other, as well as bring all the knowledge and skills to a place where we can multiply. There's so much that needs to be solved, but we are constantly looking at a place where we're saying there's no knowledge and skills. And so looking at a symposium like this, it just doesn't end here. We hope that through talks like mine, we can have an army of people, both young and older, coming together to continue to build the pipeline. And so my talk was more of an inspirational one, but with the key message that all of us have had the opportunity and the privilege to get into the door. We need to go out and bring more people, and not necessarily scientists. There are very many people out here with the knowledge we need to be in a position to even solve what is in the Africa roadmap as well for the ocean decade.
For a successful African blue economy to work, we are going to need a combination of top-down approaches and community-based perspectives, because this is a continent that's loaded with the cultural aspect. When it comes to securitizing African fisheries, especially small scale, we criminalize those that are visible and leave those that are not visible. In that case, majority of our efforts are focused on securitizing small scale fisheries when we are not dealing with the real issue in the room.
We need to go back to the drawing board and look at small-scale fisheries as the fittest. Because think about our local communities, indigenous people that have had a long history of fishing and feeding, providing nutrition for vulnerable communities. And so if we continue to criminalize them through the different governance system, then we are losing the battle on fighting poverty and hunger. Now, for Africa, over 70% of our fisheries, what we get from our waters, gets out of the continent. That's an issue, especially for a continent that is thinking about tapping into the potential of its blue economy, with fishery sector being one of them. We need to do something when it comes to governance of fisheries. It is not the small-scale fisheries that's the problem. The real problem is how we govern the industrial sector, and especially illegal, unregulated, unreported fisheries. And in this case, the paper is about survival of the richest and not the fittest. Since Sunday, I've been having sessions with our team. So we started with the recreational fisheries section, which is the first time that we've had a recreational fisheries special session at a WIOMSA Symposium, bringing voices of recreational fishers to the table. Because when we think about fisheries management, it is collective action. And so you don't need to leave one group out. You see, when we come to a place like this that brings close to 900 delegates from across the region and all over the world, we are looking for solutions as well as inspiration. And so, in my opinion, I feel inspired. Let's say today's talk on science communication. We are doing a lot of science that is not getting to the communities, that is not getting to the mainstream public. We are literally talking amongst ourselves. And so that talk inspired me to think about ways that myself would even walk to the mall and speak to people about the work I do. And I hope it challenged the audience to think about science in a way that it can be infiltrated into communities.